messages that is coming through very, very clearly is some major decisions need to be made in the love front, okay? So I feel like a lot of you have closed down some offers, some doors on past relationship partners. And I do feel that a lot of you are meeting other people. And for the past, I would say for the past like 2 months or so, you've been trying to date, you've been trying to move on with your life and get over with, with that person from the past, okay? Because some doors have been closed on past relationship partners. And I do feel that there is going to be an opportunity sometime this month to find closure with that situation. I do feel there's going to be like communication, news, messages coming through from you, to you from that past person. And I feel like this wasn't... for some of you, it might be like someone you were seeing casually and all of a sudden they disappeared from the scene and you never got the closure that you want. So even though it wasn't a significant relationship, it was still something that really kept you, like wondering. And then for others of you, it was a long-standing, significant relationship partner that you've had a lot of, ups and downs with. And I feel that the opportunity is open here for some discussion so that you can get closure and that you can move forward. I do feel that, coincidentally running into them in a public setting or going to an event, like a public event, like a wedding, something like that, and running into this past person. And I do feel the feelings are going to be triggered up, but I don't sense it was like, positive feelings that you're sensing that are coming up here, that are surging. I do feel it's more conflictual. So the thing here is that this situation is coming back in so that we can get closure, okay? If you feel that something has been bothering you from the past and you couldn't really put your finger on it and you couldn't really like make sense of it, this is a good month to get some type of closure coming through, so that you can move forward in a better manner, okay? What I'm also feeling as well is job discussions and discussions about finances. So investment opportunities, third parties bringing about opportunities for you to expand your professional network. Which is potentially, hey, do you want to start this business with me? Do you want to do this? Do you want to meet these contacts that I know? And I feel like the communication is coming through to from other people so that you can expand your professional network. And a lot of you are, I feel like you might have had some disagreements in the past in a work professional setting, and you're just like, I am not sure if I should be branching off and to look for a new job. And I do feel that the conflict that came through might have happened in this current work situation, in this work environment that you're not 100% satisfied with. So either way, whether or not you meant to be there, I feel that the revelation came through so that you can seek other opportunities and that you can at least, be open-minded into venturing out and start working in a different capacity or with a different company. So I feel a lot of discussions with friends, and even your professional contacts about, I want to change my job, I don't know what I should do, and at least getting some clarity and getting a sense of direction as to what you need to do with a previous love relationship, or even like, how to become a better, a more committed relationship partner, or how to work together with another person in a romantic capacity in a more harmonious way, as well as redefining your career path so that you can move ahead and pursue work that is more emotionally fulfilling for you, okay? So I do feel finances are going to be coming in quite strong, and I feel like someone might come out of the left field and ask you for some type of an assistance, okay? Like some type of financial assistance, some input, some advice, because I feel that you're going to be very well received, all right? And it's the image that's coming in very, very clearly is that there's plenty of opportunities for you guys out there when it comes to the dating environment, okay? So whoever it is that you've been very fixated on, stuck on, and in a very tumultuous, like rocky relationship with, you're going to have to do some re-examination to see why it's this person is creating such a visceral reaction within you, like evoking such, strong emotions within you. And I feel like it's not so much that you're in love with the person, it's mainly the surge of feelings that you get when you are around this person. So coming to terms with that and equating, the tumultuousness with this emotional up and down, that's going to be really important for you as well. And to understand, detach yourself from a situation, because I feel like it wasn't, like love and romance. It was more like opposites attract, attraction, chemistry, and it was very, very intense, and it was hard for you to overcome it, okay? So let's just go into your reading here. We've got some very, very strong cards coming through for this month. So I do feel this is going to be a major transformative month for a lot of you, Aries. Financially, things look very good, okay? So the first thing that's coming in here, we do have the Prince of Wands as well as the Five of Wands. The Prince of Wands is your energy, and this is a very, very spirited, exciting, and a very attractive person. This is the energy that you're bringing to the table, and both of these cards are coming out at the very beginning, which indicates to me a lot of activities, a lot of competitions that are taking place as well with the Five of Wands, a lot of ambition, a lot of drive, and a lot of energy being directed through competitive means, okay? So a lot of you might be out there discussing jobs or even going on job interviews, and I feel that you know what you want, you see something out there that you want, and I feel that you're going to trample over your competitors, over naysayers, over other people that might create blockages and hindrances in your way in order to get to the object of your affection. So this can be seeing that job, seeing that promotion, seeing that position that just recently opening up, and charging forward with it, okay? And entering the race and entering the competition. So that's what I'm feeling here. And a lot of you, for some of you, this might be in the romantic front, where you see somebody that has a lot of suitors and you're just like, no, I want to win and I want that person at all costs. So just be very careful about, when it comes to the emotional front, that it's not just the competition. It's not just like wanting to win, wanting to be, the one that gets the last word, or wanting to prolong a conflict just to prove a point. You want to be very mindful about where you are devoting your energy. If you are constantly arguing with people, with a specific person especially, and if it's usually over the same things, it means that you're not seeing eye to eye, and it's going to be very difficult to get them to come around to your point of view. So I definitely feel that the way in which you approach competition and conflict is going to be greatly changed and transformed for this month, so that you can, first of all, learn where it is appropriate to devote your energy, and learn how to, I guess, expend your energy in a way where you're not burned out doing the same things and not getting the results that you're looking for. So I definitely feel this has been something that came through in August, and I feel that you're dealing with the residual impact of it. A lot of you are getting like a lot of success in the work front, and a lot of you are encountering blockages when it comes to, romantic partners and not seeing eye to eye with them. There's a strong sense of like having a lot of options, having a lot of entering the race when it comes to love and work, and also fighting for the things that you want, and not compromising as well, okay? So there's a little bit of a jarring, conflictual energy coming through here, but I do feel that you're going to come up on top and be victorious. So the next two cards that we're dealing with here includes your work situation and your work environment. We do have the Three of Pentacles and the Tower in the both of these showing up. So the Tower, as a major arcana cards, it indicates a very, very transformative time in which we are going to be confronted with the way that we relate to other people. The Three of Pentacles indicates a situation where we are going to have to collaborate, cooperate with, and also work with another person in order to build something of value. So once again, the direction in which you are headed is going to matter greatly, and it's going to dictate whether or not you're going to have success. So definitely these are circumstantial things that are coming through for this month, and you can mitigate the effects depending on the way that you conduct yourself, okay? So the Three of Pentacles is a very, very good card. It usually indicates expansion. It usually indicates like financial resources and building a game plan, formulating some type of a major career move as well. That's going to set you up very nicely for the next phase of your life. And what I'm feeling is you're going to be required to collaborate with a lot of different people. They're coming to you for your skill set, for your expertise, and then for the things, your work experiences that you're bringing to the table. The energy is a little bit discordant, so you might not be in full agreement with the people that you're moving in with, or you're trying to create something with, okay? So this usually indicates expansion, expanding a business, taking on additional projects, trying to get that promotion in a work environment, but it definitely indicates a skills upgrade, and it is very, very fruitful. On the other hand, what I do sense is that for some of you, you're you're a fire sign. You're very, very innovative, and you usually have, are very bold when it comes to presenting your ideas and feeling very enthusiastic about implementing new things, implementing new plans, okay, and projects. And you are ahead of the game when it comes to, pitching an idea and getting everybody on board with your ideas. You're very, very good at riling up people for a cause. What I do feel potentially happening here is there's a process about reworking some plans, going back to some previous plans, if there had been snags in the road, or if you're encountering blockages. You are going to have to redo a project, reformulate a plan if a blueprint has been laid out in the past. This is the month in which we have to do some additional tweaking. We have to somehow fix certain things that were created in our work projects when it concerns another person. You might have told somebody, this is how I want it done, and then you realize that they're headed in a different direction altogether. So there's a process about bringing everybody back into the fold, reformulating some type of plan because it didn't get off the ground properly the first time, and then forging ahead. A lot of you might be dealing with a lot of earth signs in your midst, and I feel like I'm getting a lot of like a stop-go opposition type of energy coming through for this month, where you have to really stand up for your beliefs, and you have to go with that gut instincts that's telling you, no, I know that my project is viable, is feasible, okay? So standing up for yourself and not fearing constructive criticism, that's going to be very important for you. But at the same time, knowing, having that wisdom, that hindsight, to know that, other people are there to help us, and they're giving us constructive feedback rather than trying to cut us down. So deciphering where you are able to accommodate other people and not letting egos get in the way, that's going to be very important, especially when working with another person, okay? I feel like in rare instances, a lot of you might realize that the work environment, so for example, this combination appearing together in a work environment, you're just like, I'm a shoo-in for that promotion. I'm a shoo-in for, this is the company that I want to work with. And I've been very, very loyal, and I've been very, been a great team player with them for the past few years. So I feel like there's a little bit of disappointment coming through when it comes to the work environment and the people that you're working with. They might do things out of the left field. They might surprise you in not so pleasant ways, and it's going to require that you formulate a new way, a new plan in which you are dealing with supervisors and especially colleagues that are in your work environment, okay? I don't see sabotage or anything like that. I just feel a lot of ego conflicts, and I feel like some people are like so emotionally invested in their projects that they have trouble bending and, taking constructive criticism, okay? In terms of your communication and I guess this is more like your communication with another person and the way in which you are emotionally stabilizing yourself. We do have the Queen of Pentacles as well as the Ace of Cups. So let's talk about them both together as a unit, okay? The Queen of Pentacles is being in a situation in which you are very financially stable. You're able to like accumulate a lot of wealth for yourself, generate a lot of wealth for yourself. And not only that, the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's very nurturing, very kind, and she is able to have the good life because she's worked really hard for it. She was able to get her hands dirty. She was able to like hone in her skills, be in the right place at the right time even, relying on her ability to do things in a very methodical, in a very well planned out manner in order to achieve the financial abundance for herself. So financially, this is a really, really good month for a lot of you. If you've been in a very cooperative environment where you've had to like, cast the ego aside and work really well with other people, I do feel there's going to be promotions, there's going to be opportunities to rise to supervisory or even I feel like managerial position. This is like the upper management card. This is someone who is very, very capable of working with others, caring for others, nurturing others, and as a result of it, she got where she needs to be, like professionally, because she's very competent. Okay, so what's coming in is I do feel a lot of financial abundance is coming through for you. You are being rewarded in a material way when it comes to what you bring to the table. So you're getting some type of validation of your sense of self-esteem, self-worth, and I feel that it's going to bring a lot of emotional satisfaction as well. For others of you, this combination can definitely mean an offer of love, an offer of stability coming through from an earth sign, okay? So we have the Ace of Cups, which indicates having a new crush, having a new love, having some type of a very emotionally fulfilling experience. It's tied in here with the Queen of Pentacles, which indicates an earth sign, male or female, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is somebody who doesn't just amass wealth for themselves. They want to nurture and care for other people. On the surface, they might be very, very slow to act. They might be very like systematic, very methodical, a little bit dry, a little bit like reserved, standoffish, okay? But I do feel there is a lot of sensuality. There's a lot of passion inherent with this person, and it's going to be a very slow process to get them to, to get them to open up. So I do feel a lot of you have someone like this in your midst that you're making steady strides with, that you're going to be liking quite a bit, and even they're going to be quite significant in your emotional and romantic sector coming through for this month. And I feel overall, if you've been having problems in the past regarding work situations, financially, you're going to be in a really good emotional space. And I feel that financial rewards, material rewards that are coming through for your skills, for your expertise, you are going to get a lot of acclaim for it, and it's going to make you happy, and it's going to make you emotionally fulfilled in a really beautiful way, okay? So a very, very good combination that indicates solid things, solid offer, things being solidified from the ground up in a very stable manner. In terms of your public image, we do have the Chariot and the Six of Wands. So when you look at the tarot, there are essentially three cards that indicate success, okay? The Ace of Swords, that indicates like a lot of work require pushing through in a major way in order to achieve success. The Chariot is harnessing these disparate energies in order to move forward in a really fast, streamlined manner. And we do have the Six of Wands as well, which is ultimately the victory card. So this is about winning competition. This is like slaying the adversary, having like leaving your opponents in the dust. So there's going to be a lot of positive events. I feel like in the work environment, there are bonuses. There are like if you're working in a client capacity, you know, where you have to get certain accounts, certain clients on board, and you have a bonus or extra commission for doing so, you're going to be very, very, very well received for this month. And I do see that, you know, it's going to boost your self-esteem in a major way. And because of that major, massive self-esteem boost, I do feel that you're going to be able to exude really, really good energies that will allow others to see you in a new light. And whatever competition, I do feel you have a very strong possibility of winning when these two are coming through in tandem, okay? It's a major arcana here with the Chariot, and it's a minor arcana with the Six of Wands. So, but appearing in tandem, it means like working harmoniously with other people. Um, you know, like, one of the expression that comes to mind here is being appreciative of the people that helped you get where you are, rewarding them accordingly, and as a result, they are coming through to help you as well, and it's going to be able to help you boost your image, your public image, and to help you out professionally. So very, very good combination. And what I'm sensing is a lot of you, okay, you have been, I feel like for this month, you're meeting somebody who's kind of like in the public eye a lot, okay? You might be dealing with someone like that. You might be meeting somebody like that. And I do feel them kind of sweeping you off your feet. For some of you, it might be a romantic partner, like a new person. For others of you, it might be, you know, like, you're coming across, like, what I'm feeling is like star-studded qualities. You're meeting with, you're encountering energies of fame and fortune. Someone who has a lot of fame, a lot of fortune. You yourself could be dealing with this, and I feel the almost like getting starstruck when you are encountering somebody like this, with this lifestyle, with this, with a lot of like a huge following, a huge fan base. So that's coming through, like seeing somebody who might be even like a superstar and feeling very mesmerized by them, feeling very inspired by them, okay? Now, in terms of your spiritual advice, one of the first thing that comes through is, once again, be very careful about overindulging, okay? We have the Temperance card, which indicates moderation, and we have the Nine of Cups, which indicates a lot of ample opportunities for get-togethers, drinking, and things like that. So right off the bat, I'm going to say just be very, very careful when it comes to moderating your drinking. That's the first thing. We also have here the Chariot card, and the Chariot card indicates cars, vehicles, moving around through travel as well, but it's like moving around over land, okay? And when it's coupled up with, you know, drinking aspects, I always have to bring it up that you might want to be a little bit careful, especially for this month. And, you know, just as a general rule, be very careful about drinking and driving, but also in Mercury in retrograde, it is not a time to push the envelope or to like really try to see what we can or cannot get away with. It is not the time to go wild and experiment, okay? So just be very mindful about that. What I do sense as well is I feel a lot of celebrations that are going to be coming through for a lot of you. So I feel like opportunities to, you know, celebrate some type of a breakthrough professionally, opportunities to hang out with people that have like star-studded qualities about them, where they live the good life, where, you know, there's a lot of money expended towards fun and entertainment. If that is something that you have a habit of doing, I do feel that, you know, even like increasing for this month. A lot of social activities, especially for those of you who have been like sequestering yourself, taking care of things, and, you know, have been in a relationship and now you're single. I do feel that you're emerging from the cocoon and then you're going back into the social scene and you're making a splash, okay? So it's very, very favorable for me to see like all of these cards appearing together, and I do feel they work pretty harmoniously together. We do have the Empress at the center here of your spiritual advice, which indicates to me that you have intense and immense power of attraction for this month. Not only are you going to be seen as someone who is really on the top of their game, someone who's very capable and logical, capable, and I feel like someone who's very abundant, okay, in every form, in love, in love for life, thirst for adventure, as well as like financial abundance. Okay, so all of these things are culminating and they're coming in together, and I feel that you're going to be really well received. For others, you know, the Empress indicates birthing new projects, like starting new projects with other people, getting things off the ground, launching things, promoting things. All of these things are coming in, and it signals to me birthing of a new project that is going to be very fruitful for you. It's going to pan out really beautifully. If you have been working really hard and pushing yourself in a specific direction, I do feel this is the month in which things are like coming to fruition and bearing fruit in a really in a material way, and in a, I guess, like I would say self-esteem, or even like public image boosting capacity. Okay, so these are very good combinations, and I do sense the only thing here is don't overwork yourself, and don't drink too much. Devote your energy to places and people that are worth it. Okay, on a side note, and this is not going to apply to a lot of you, if you have been dealing with somebody who had drinking issues, okay, I do feel there's something here about like, you know, drunk texting. I don't feel that you're the one doing this. I feel someone is trying to re-engage with you in some type of a conversation. And I feel that in the past, the communication has always been very problematic. And I do feel for this month, there is an element here, somebody drunk texting somebody, and not getting the, I feel like the other person's doing that to you. They might be a little bit intoxicated, and they might